Hi, good day. My name is Nelfree Kemp. Today I want to chat to you about standing desks. Standing desks is a very functional new trend. The reason for that is because sitting is termed as the new smoking. As soon as we sit, we deactivate our glute muscles, and the amount of time that we spend in front of our desk and in front of our laptops just is not contributing to a strong kinetic chain, which you need to use to do all your activity and sport and all of that. I'm going to talk to you about, obviously from a foot point of view, about what I found with standing desks. And then I'm going to ask one of my colleagues, bios, physios, whoever, to do an informative talk on standing desk with more activating your posture. So I don't have a professional photography team or videography team, so I'm doing everything with my phone. So just bear with me because I just want to show you some stuff. This is about the third time that I'm trying to make this video to try and to make it as interactive as possible. Now, this is from a wall in my practice, but just so you can get the idea, because this is very important to understand it. So if you have a look there, okay. If you look at the skeleton, all your soft tissue, in other words, all your tendons, your muscles, everything runs across the joints and everything's connected in your body. So if we look at the way that you stand, when you stand, your feet should equal weight on both feet. Ankles should be aligned, knees should be aligned, hips should be aligned, shoulders should be aligned with spine going down straight. Now you can see in this example, if the left foot is going to start rolling in, the knee will turn in, which will change the position of the hips, which will change position of the spine. So when you use your standing desk, you want to make sure that you put equal weight on both feet and to try and keep this all aligned. And that is then where it's also important that when you start using your standing desk, that you stagger the time, that you gently need to introduce it to your body, and your body first needs to get used to it. So you'll maybe stand on the first day, you'll stand for an hour, and then you increase to an hour and a half, 2 hours as time progresses. But if you stand behind your standing desk and you're not activating your kinetic chain correctly, which I'm going to touch on just now, you actually, it's not worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put the camera down here on the floor, and then I'm going to chat to you briefly. Okay, so if you have a look, when you stand, so I improvise, because at the moment with lockdown it's adapt or die, I improvise and just put 2 stools, but this is not my standing desk, this is not a standing desk, it's just to demonstrate to you. So it's important that your standing desk needs to be the right height. Obviously that is not my department that I'm going to chat about, but you can see here, roughly this high, in quick, your elbows need to be at 90 degrees, and then you need to stand up straight, equal weight on both feet. Now what's very important with your foot position is that your feet when you stand, you should stand with both feet straight. And you should actually push down with your big toes. If you stand like that, try and push down, load your big toe when you're standing, because when you load your big toe, you're activating the inside arch of your foot, but also by loading the big toe, you're activating your kinetic chain. I can feel how I'm placing load on my big toes, how I'm activating the muscles on the inside of my legs, inside of my thighs. I can feel my pelvic floor, I can feel my core, all my back muscles activating. Now, if you change the position of your foot like that, you're going to change the whole kinetic chain, and you deactivate your kinetic chain. You change the activation of the muscles. Or if you also stand with your one leg leaning on the one side, what's going to happen? Straight away throws your entire posture out, and you're not going to activate the core. The whole purpose behind standing is that you actually need to activate your core, because when you activate your core, which is made up of your abdominal muscles, your glutes, and some back muscles, it corrects the entire posture of your body. So the first thing is very important, is that your foot position. The second thing is your shoe wear. It doesn't help that you wear a shoe that is flexible like that, because what's going to happen, and I'm going to demonstrate it now on the yoga mat, your foot is going to collapse in. You can see here when I'm standing with my feet like that, I can actually straighten my feet. But look what happens, poor slops again, and let's face it, I wear slops all the time, but as soon as I wear my slops, my feet actually collapse in. So I'm in a much better position when I'm standing barefoot at my standing desk compared to when I wear my slip-slops. Now often with standing desks, they actually send you with a mat, and I found that some companies send a very soft mat. Now you can see this is a soft, thick yoga mat. Look what happens to my feet when I stand here. Can you see how my feet straight away starts rolling in? Because the yoga mat is too soft. And that is also what happens with some shoes, is that the shoes are too soft and then it causes your feet to actually roll in. What is much better, I'll just get these shoes out of the way, is a yoga mat. This is also a yoga mat, which is a much thinner mat, and you can see here, because it's not too soft, it doesn't give way underneath my feet, and I can actually keep my feet in a much better position. Although when I'm standing like this, I'm still challenging my feet all the time. When I get tired, I'm not just going to let my feet go, and it also depends on your biomechanics. You're going to try and maintain the actual position of your feet all the time when you stand in front of the standing desk. And that's it. You can also watch my foot exercises that I've given on a previous post, where you can maybe do some intrinsic foot exercises while you're at the standing desk. But I can tell you now, when you get your standing desk the very first time, you can't just stand in front of the standing desk for 8 hours, for a full day, because your body is not strong enough, except if you've got excellent kinetic chain. And the same, while I see this this ball in the back, the same applies to when you use the gym ball, but I'm not going to get into that. You can't just stand from the first stand. It's very important that you also maintain a correct posture when you're sitting on this ball when you use it in front of your desk. I hope that's helped. Please, if you have any questions, pop me a DM or in the comments reply. Thank you. Bye.